Welcome to the Shake Up Podcast. I'm your host and co-founder of Mr. Consistent, Jared Bell. This is a podcast where we invite friends of the brand into our studio. We get to know their story a little bit better. We chat all things business, culture and marketing, all while shaking up a few cocktails.
Following is 90% female.
Yeah, wow.
So, and like the 10% is other people, like men that are interested in fashion.
Yeah.
So for me, like from a brand's perspective, for me to be able to pull that out and have that like reach in my following is honestly like insane. Like,
hello and welcome back to the Shake Up Podcast. I am Sarah, your host, and we have someone very exciting here today. Billy, would you like to introduce yourself?
I would love to. Hi, I'm Billy. I am on the Gold Coast at the moment, about to move to Melbourne.
Ooh.
I'm a PT and I do a bit of everything else.
What's a little bit of everything else, Bill?
I do a bit of influencing, do a lot of modelling, kind of just everything, I guess.
Anyway, let's chat a little bit more about TikTok. How has your TikTok presence grown, and what would you say was the catalyst of you growing on TikTok?
Like the biggest point?
Yeah. What was like the turning point for it to be like, wow, this is actually taking off?
It was probably like when I go out in my hometown, and then, I know it sounds...
Where are you from originally? So you're
God.
living on the Gold Coast right now, about to move to Melbourne, but where are you from?
So I'm originally from regional Sydney.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour and a half away. There's a small town. You got no shops. There's a Cotton On, that's it. It's like it. The shopping centre is
probably like one of those target countries.
Literally we had a target country.
Yeah.
And then it got turned into like a Kmart country or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
And literally there's nothing there. I knew every single person in my town. Like, it was just I was just so different from everyone else.
Yeah.
So I was from there, and then I moved to the Gold Coast, and then been here 8 months, and I'm going to Melbourne.
Wow.
I know, right?
What a life. Anyway, back to TikTok. Sorry, I just wanted to give the people your little background. So, yeah, what was the turning point on TikTok for you? Like, what made you grow?
Yeah, I don't know. It was probably when I was getting like videos that were hitting like 2 million. 3 million.
Wow.
And
what kind of videos were they? Just to like give the audience a little bit of background.
It was like stupid videos.
Yeah. Just
like,
you in a video.
It was like just my personality in a video.
Yeah.
I think there was one that was like they're throwing a thong at a cat and it's like vomiting, and I did that and it got like 5 million views or something, and I was like,
oh my God.
Let's make some more stupid videos.
Yeah.
But like I've changed so much since then.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
So much, especially my content is so different now.
Yeah.
I know, but like, I was getting noticed like when I'd go downtown or like messages from people at school, and I'd be like, I know, like, thanks.
Crazy. So you were still at school when you hopped on TikTok, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was in year 11, 12. I dropped out in term 2 of year 12.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19.
Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
just turned 19.
You're still a baby. I always
Such a
forget how
baby.
young you are.
I know, all my friends are like 25, 22.
I know.
And
You
I'm
do
like,
have older friends, but
I know.
that says a lot about you and your maturity. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
fine.
Right?
Oh, there you go. If you were to give your 3 hottest tips for someone trying to go viral and grow on TikTok, what would it be?
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Niche.
Yep.
And branding. Like,
Yeah.
they're the 3 things that you like. I know I've seen so many people since I've started.
Yeah.
Jump on TikTok, get like 700,000 followers, 500,000, 100,000, whatever, and they have no branding. No brand wants to work with them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like a thirst trap or whatever, and it's good when like until you get like really big, and it's like good to have like clout, whatever. But it doesn't really help your career if you want to do social media seriously.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Find your branding, find your niche, and make content around that.
Yeah.
And the brands that associate with that niche, like, it would just work.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite thing about TikTok is?
I think it's just the community, like, and the reach you have. Like, you have so much potential. If you really want to get this many followers, if you really want to get this many views or make this content, you can do it. Like, it's so like broad and...
Yeah, I feel like it's so much easier to grow on TikTok naturally and organically than it is kind of any other platform.
Instagram's algorithm got so weird.
So weird.
But then I've had friends who've grown 25,000 followers off one photo.
Wow.
Like,
on Instagram?
On Instagram. Like,
that's so weird.
You hit the algorithm on Instagram and then like you blow up. Like,
yeah.
It's so
And now
weird.
like the algorithm's changed again on Instagram and how you're viewing your feed and stuff
Yeah.
too. It's so weird.
I don't understand
Bizarre.
it. Needs to happen to me though.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Please.
Consistency, for
Literally,
sure.
that's it.
But yeah, I feel like on TikTok as well, like people can be more themselves. Like it's more of a raw, organic, natural side of people. Like even in terms of like businesses and Mr. Consistent's TikTok, like we're so raw and like real on there, and we show the behind the scenes of the business rather than the curated stuff that you see on Instagram.
Literally. And I think
love that.
it changes like the whole social media game. Like now everyone wants to just see a video of someone, like a short video. So they're like, they've seen so many videos that the photos just don't mean anything anymore.
Exactly.
Like,
Videos,
like
everything. This episode is brought to you by Shake Up Studios. To thank you for your support, head to mrconsistent.com.au and use code SHAKEUP10 at checkout for your discounted Mr. Consistent cocktails today. In one of your viral TikToks, you spoke about how you view sexuality as a spectrum and believe no one needs to stick to a certain label. What would you say to those who may be struggling with their identity in that way?
It's literally like just, I know it's so hard to accept and so hard to like, I mean, I didn't accept it for so long and I felt like I was just like, just ignored it.
Yeah.
Doesn't help. I promise you.
Don't do that.
Just be yourself. Like that's where you grow so much, is if you be yourself and you just live without boundaries and no judgment. Like you just kind of got to feel like no one's like, you're dancing in a room and no one's watching you. Like this is your life.
And you do that really well. Like you are a very like confident and true to yourself person, which I think a lot of people can admire about you.
Yeah, I just think you just got to be yourself and like just not worry about anyone's judgment, because at the end of the day, if you are who you are and you are wanting to hide underneath this facade, then it's only going to like bring you down and make you feel like crap. Like just be yourself, and I promise you, like you'll be so happy. Yeah. Just be yourself. It's definitely just so, I don't know, I feel like it's really changing now in like society.
Definitely.
Everyone being like so accepting of it, and like
you can see it like everywhere you go now, everyone's so much more accepting, and I feel like the barriers are finally being broken down, which is great. Like,
and
so
I do
good
like
to see.
On my Instagram I do like questions, and I ask some questions about their sexuality or whatever, and honestly like because it's so like anonymous and like no one can see it, I would say like 90% of the people that are commenting on it and like saying what they think all view the same. Yeah. Like, and they all view like sexuality is just a spectrum. It's fluid. It's not you're this, you're that. It's like you can be whatever the hell you want to be, and if you do one thing, then it doesn't mean you're exactly that thing forever. Like, so many people I think are changing their mindset about it, and I love it. Yeah, it's so good to see. I'm happy that's happening too. Talking of, are you currently single? Seeing anyone? Give us the tea. Little sneaky link, side sneaky link. What's going on? I don't know. I've been single for a while. Well, when I say a while, like 4 months.
Oh, God.
But I don't really date people. I will exclusively see someone, and then once they tick me off and
you have super high standards though. Like you're like a don't fuck with me unless you're gonna fuck with me properly. I don't put up with anything. If you're gonna do me dirty or treat me any way that I don't deserve to be treated, then you're out. That's great. But I mean, I'm enjoying life. I'm loving it. So you're single-ish? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah. I feel like I'm in like an open relationship at the moment, but I don't like saying it. But like I feel like it's good for you. Yeah. And you're moving to Melbourne, so the world is your oyster. Exactly. You're going to have so much fun. No, I'm single. Okay. Confirmed. Billy Barker is single. Yeah. Amazing. Love it. I'm single until the right person comes. Yeah. Good job. Me too. Me Sarah, too. Are you single? Is Sarah? I'm single. Yes. Yeah. I'm single until the right person comes as well, Bill. Right. Cheers to that. Cheers me. Cheers to that. Oh, reach across the table. Someone cheers. Oh no, my coaster's gone. That's all right. All good. So back to talking about sexuality. How do you think that you can help others in a similar situation as yours through your voice and the social platforms that you have? I just think when someone sees someone that's so confident, so open about it, and I think especially like a lot of people see like you're either gay or you're straight, and there's not many people that like they see in the middle. Yeah, okay. I think there's always like very like far stretches of
one end of the spectrum to the other that people represent.
Yeah.
And I think it's really good that there's like, and I feel like I fall in between, and I kind of can go either way. And I think people kind of see that as a general idea of how they view themselves, but they're just too scared to.
Yeah.
So I feel like me being that person and me being open about it helps anyone.
Yeah,
like,
that's amazing.
It's an awareness. I think it's an emotional maturity thing.
Definitely.
Like how
and
emotionally
being
mature you are.
Open book and letting people be that for you as well. Like if you open up to your audience, they're going to have trust in you and kind of use you as a role model, which is amazing.
Exactly.
So good job.
And if you find someone that you like them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
You like them for who they are.
Exactly.
Not because of their like sexuality or gender or anything like
gender
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
That's who they are, and if they make you happy, then they make you happy, and just be happy.
Yeah. Talking on relationships again before I get into the next thing.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 traits that you look for someone in a person?
Definitely effort. Like my biggest thing is like if you can't reciprocate or like give me the effort that I'm giving you, you're done.
Yeah.
Definitely effort. Just like being open conversation. Like if you can't tell me how you feel or you're hiding
Be a
those
good
feelings.
communicator.
Yes.
100%.
Communicator. That's it.
Communication.
That
Kirsten's looking at me like, yes, Sarah.
That's the one thing that I'm like, if you can't communicate your feelings, like that's a massive red flag. Like
100%.
Obviously you're like emotionally just not ready for anything.
Yeah.
Like that's like my biggest thing.
Yeah. So effort, communication.
Yeah.
Looks. And what kind of looks?
Actually, no, I got another one. Genuine, not looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Being like a genuine person.
I'm like,
that's good.
Obviously, I got to be attracted to you. Like,
yeah.
I like that like side. Like, being.
Do you have a specific type in someone that you are attracted to?
Yeah, people that look like me. I'm so sorry.
We spoke about this on the last podcast.
Really?
David and we were saying, like, because he was describing his type, and I was like, that's you in a person. He's like, yeah, I basically want to fuck myself. And then I said...
Dead set, though.
I said my type, and he's like, that's you in a guy version. And I was like, well, guess so.
I think it's because, like, even though I feel like I'm so genuine and so open and so loving to a person, I was like, I want that.
Yeah.
But I also love when they kind of have, like, look like me too.
Yeah. Okay, so talking on dating, if you were to go on a date, Bill, and you were having a great time with the person you were on the date with, but you weren't, like that spark wasn't there where you wanted to jump into bed with them right that second, is that a red flag for you that you don't have that instant, like, spark and attraction, or is that kind of a good thing and you'll see it out?
Yeah, it depends on the person. Yeah. Like, I love to get to know someone, and literally, like, with a person I was last in, like, a serious... I wasn't dating them, but, like, exclusively seeing...
Yeah.
The whole problem of us was, like, I was asking too many questions on, like, the trauma, the, like, past experiences, and they're, like, too soon.
Yeah.
And it was, like, that because I needed to get to know them a lot more before I was, like, excited to want to be with them.
Yeah.
Or to, like, do stuff with them or anything. Yeah. Like, it's very much, like, if I don't sexually, like... want to be with you, and then that's probably kind of, I don't know. But then again, I always get feelings after if I get to know someone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like there was this one person, this one time at band camp, and not my type at all, not my type. Mm-hmm. It was like, cool, like, I'd known them for like a while before this, but this is like first time I met them.
Yeah.
Didn't really like vibe them for the first half of the night, and then like, then we started talking, and I was like, God, they're such a genuine person. Like, they're
and did that make you attracted to them?
Yeah, so attracted. And I was like, oh, like, maybe I do like them.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. So I'm asexual. Like, I don't want anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone.
No, but see, like, the right person will come for that.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to wait for it and don't give that up until you do.
At the same time, I'm like, stop it. Stop it.
I think a lot of people have that, like,
yeah.
view, but I suppose because you are such like a confident person, you hold yourself to such a high standard, that's great that you don't need another person's validation to feel like needed or loved.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, there you go. Well, good on you. It's very encouraging.
Thank you.
So back to TikTok. You have been posting a lot of TikToks lately surrounding genderless clothing with massive brands, which is incredible. Congratulations.
So thank you so much.
What does genderless clothing movement mean to you?
I've always been like, literally, I swear from like the age of like when I was like 6 years old, young, I was like wearing my mum's heels or like wearing my mum's boots or like wearing like cool outfits, and I never thought anything of it. I was just like, it's just cool. Like I like it. And
you like fashion.
Nothing ever like wasn't anything. It was just I just loved it, and I was like, never thought of clothes like that. And it wasn't until I went to high school and I seen like other guys, and they were like wearing. You could only wear Nike shoes. You could only when I was in school, it was like Nike SBs. Like you could only wear them. And then as I grew up, and I was like, I want to wear like cool stuff, and then I start doing cool outfits, and then progress more and more and more, and then I started getting styled and going to events, and it like was like I think my first event when I moved to the Gold Coast was Showpo. And it was I was like, this is the biggest like event I've been to.
Yeah, I feel like everyone was at that event.
Literally everyone was there, and this is like 2 months into moving to Gold Coast. Yeah, knew no one. I was like, I'm just gonna go, and I'm going to wear the most out there outfit.
What did you wear? Paint the picture for us.
So I actually have a photo. But
yeah, where's your phone? Can we grab it? See it? Oh, is it there? Yeah, show us.
I wore the most out there, like. You'll see. You'll see.
I need to see this.
I was so proud of it. And I got all the jewelry custom made. And just...
Oh, my gosh.
That one.
Oh, and that's sick.
It was like a full-on woman's outfit. And I was like...
What a vibe.
It was like... And I walked in and, Andy Davies. He was like...
Yes.
Yeah. He was like, I watched you walk in, like, you look so good, like... I was like, thank you so much. And that gave me like so much confidence from that time.
So nice.
It was so nice. And I was like, God, this is something like, and especially from like a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
My following is 90% female.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and like the 10% is other people, like men that are interested in fashion.
Yeah.
So for me, like from a brand's perspective, for me to be able to pull that out and have that like reach in my following is honestly like insane. Like
so good.
Yeah, like I send my insights to brands and like they're like like this
I'd
is
love to
amazing.
know your engagement rate. We can chat about this later, but from like a marketing perspective, we actually went around our whole marketing team's like the table the other day, and there's this like website where you can look at engagement rates, and none of us are social media people at all, like influencers, but we're looking at the engagement. It's like, oh, we could totally do this. We could do that because they were so high, but because we have such slow following.
I know, like there's some people I know, like with hundreds of thousands of followers that have 0.02%.
Literally,
like it's
crazy.
It's crazy. I think that's like when people like blow up so much and then they drop, like they kind of like it's just a dead following now.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of girls have heaps higher percentage of men.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, then they are not getting paid as much.
So you have the upper hand here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Great.
It's like such a niched market that I feel like no one's kind of dipped into it. Like
I've not seen someone before, Bill, be on TikTok and doing like fashion hauls from women's clothing brands at all.
Literally.
And you rock it each time.
I just love it.
It's so good. So back to like the genderless clothing movement. What does it mean for you? Like, why are you passionate about it?
I just think like growing up, I was like always picked on, and I feel like a lot of people would always like say things to me or like the things I'd wear. If like, oh, you look too gay, you look this, you look that. And I like a lot of people like were saying that to me from a very young age. Like I'm still like 10 years old for me to even know myself. And I feel like if I'm going to do this and I'm going to be so out there, then that needs to be reflected in like everything I do. Just showing women's clothing in a different perspective, that they're just clothes. Like no one cares, and me being extreme about it kind of brings it up from people that are so like antsy about it. So I feel like me doing my part and just doing it as full on as I can, as much as I can, creating as much as awareness as I can, and then it's kind of just helping someone somewhere. Yeah, you don't know who you're going to be impacting or what kind of mark you're going to be leaving on someone. So if you can be like going all out about that and like impacting so many other people, that's amazing. Good on you. That's great. How do you think genderless clothing is going to positively impact our generation? I just think it's going to be like so just more accepting.
Yeah.
that's what I'm just so excited for.
Give people the freedom.
Yeah, and for when my kids are like growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people like, the world's so scary. I don't want to have kids because it's so scary.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have kids and like just bring them up as like, just in a way that I wasn't. Like, I just like can't wait for them to like be brought up and have like the most amazing, just accepting life.
Yeah.
And just live life to the fullest and be
best.
who you want to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. With this specific type of content, have you found you have received any backlash from anyone?
Yes.
Yes?
It was so, like, honestly never received hate. Like, kind of never received hate.
Is this kind of the first time you're receiving it from doing these clothing hauls?
Yes, but not from my following myself. Like, it was like a video on Showpo.
Right.
And it did like 200,000 views on their Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like reading comments, and I never really read comments because I just don't really pay attention, don't care.
Yeah.
But it was like people like, he did nothing. This is disgraceful. Like,
wow.
Being like so like, and so I was like, honestly, I don't care. Like, obviously it's affecting them. Like,
exactly.
I did
if
my
they
job.
have the time
like,
to comment on it, then it's
literally
their issue, not yours.
So I never received hate, but like,
yeah.
I know it's never really gotten to me, so I don't really care for it. I think it's just like the more hate I get, the more engages my content. Yeah, helps me. So true. Whatever, I don't care.
Any PR is good PR, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You don't respond to it. Is that kind of like how you deal with it? You just kind of ignore it?
I'll either respond to it like really sarcastically.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like, I remember when I did the Bondi Boost ad.
Yeah.
I did the campaign and it was like going everywhere on Facebook. And this one person from my hometown that was literally like 50 years old that I knew like lived on my street or was friends with people in my street. Yeah. And she commented on it and she goes, "Wow, is this Billy from up the street? He looks really gay in this." Oh. And I literally replied to her, I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." Oh, with like a heart. Nice. And I was just like, I like either replied back really like sarcastically.
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah, like kill them with kindness. Either reply back sarcastically, go along with them. Like, that's how I deal with it. I'm never going to like defend myself in the comments. Nah, so like,
not worth it. How would you give advice to those who deal with internet bullying or trolls?
I just literally like take it with a grain of salt. It's like, it's not anything that's personal. Like, obviously it's a reflection of them. Don't take it as if it's a personal attack on you. You just got to live life how it is, and just don't let it consume you. Like, don't let one bad comment take up more time than it needs. Like, the rest of the day will go on. They will forget about it. You will forget about it. You're still going to be happy. Like, you just live life.
Imagine that, like people who comment a hate thing, and then imagine them going back throughout the day and checking if you've reacted. Oh, that's an ick.
That's an ick. That's
oh my gosh, that's just sad.
That's sad. It's like, why do you have the time for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, go home. Go make some coffee. Go
have a coffee. Go have a cocktail.
Go have a cocktail. Cheers to that.
Oh my gosh, cheers to that. Everyone needs cocktail.
Yeah, the cocktail from Mr. Consistent.
So as we were chatting about a little bit before, you have recently just announced that you'll be moving to Melbourne.
Yes.
Yay, exciting. Tell us about the motivation to move. What will you be doing over there and what can we expect from you?
So I literally decided last Friday. Me and my housemate were like sitting there and we're like, do we just do it? Like, what have we got to lose?
Yeah.
I feel like I moved to the Gold Coast and I networked really, really hard and I got to know as many people as I could. Yeah. After that, I'm like, it's so small here. Like, the Gold Coast is so small. Everyone knows anyone. Like, everyone. It's not your girl, it's our girl. Like, it is like, it is. It is hectic here.
It's hectic.
I love it. Like, it's going to be my like forever home, but I love it. But I feel like I need to move somewhere where I can create that opportunity again and go somewhere and just live where no one really like knows me in the like industry that I want to be in. And
Melbourne's big as well. It's like Sydney. Like, you're not going to have the issue of everyone knowing everyone.
And I'm not okay with that. Like, once I get to know everyone, but then that's when I know time to get out. Like, creating just networks in every city, like in Australia, where I can be like, I have so many friends there. I have so many friends there. Like,
you can go wherever you want.
Exactly. It just opens up so many opportunities.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we applied for jobs, and I literally got every job that I applied for.
That's
and I was
amazing.
like, this is so good. So I'll be doing PT down there.
That's great.
We applied for a house on Monday. Didn't get the one I wanted, and I did cry. Like, I was so upset.
There's always a reason though.
But
you don't get it.
We got the one literally 2 doors up that's in the same complex, and
So
it's the
good.
biggest one on the complex.
So nice too.
Oh, so and we
can't
got
wait
that within
to
2
come
hours.
visit. Oh my
It's
goodness.
Literally, you're staying.
I'm staying. Just
For a
have a
week.
room there for me ready.
We've got the spare room.
Perfect.
And I've got room for content. I've got room we're
great.
doing a studio in the garage and
Yeah.
doing everything. So I'm so excited.
It's going to be so good for your growth, I reckon.
Literally, I'm just so excited.
And such a big change. Obviously, the Gold Coast is tiny. Melbourne's big city vibes. And even just the change from your apartments. Your apartment in Palm Beach is tiny.
It's so
and now
small.
you have PR clothes everywhere, on your floor, lounge room, everywhere. Now you're going to have a content room. That's great.
It's going to be so amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited just to meet new people. I love meeting new people.
Well, is there anything else you want to tell the audience before you part ways to Melbourne?
Not yet. Catch
Not
me at the
yet?
pub this weekend. I'll be there.
I'm going to miss seeing you every weekend at the pub, you and Sarah.
I'll probably be back, to be honest.
You guys are locals there. That's your home.
It's my home. It's my stomping ground.
It's your stomping ground. Well, I'll see you in Melbourne. But yes, anyway, just want to say a big thank you for hopping on the podcast today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have loved having you, loved talking about genderless clothing and what that means to you, and TikTok and sexuality
Absolutely.
and all the fun things, all the Billy T. Loved
Billy
it. So where can people find you on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram at Bill Barker with an
Yeah.
extra at the end, and Bill Barker Baby on TikTok.
Love that.
See
And
it.
we'll leave those in the show notes below as well.
Absolutely.
So give me one more cheers, Billy.
One more cheers. My drink's gone. Done.
All right. Thanks, guys, for listening.
That's today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Go show the Shake Up some love and stay connected. Don't forget you can watch all of our episodes on YouTube. Also, jump over to our Shake Up Cocktail Gang Facebook page where you can find out who's coming up on the podcast. And if you've got questions for them, I'll ask the bloody questions. You can also use the code SHAKEUP for 10% off on mrconsistent.com.au. Thank you so much for listening. And just remember, shit, that's fresh.